Good morning. So, part one of our Father's Day dinner is prepping the pork roast that I'm going to be slow cooking for the dinner tonight, which is going to be barbecued pulled pork sandwiches. So, right here I have a pork picnic roast, also called a shoulder. I am going to be using my Ultra Pro lasagna pan. And while some would say, why aren't you using your pressure cooker? It's like, well, because I don't want to. I could. I really could. But I want my house to smell nice and let this cook low and slow because we want it to really, while the pressure cooker would provide what I need, I want to just do it this way. So I'm going to drain this real quick. The Ultra Pros are designed to go in the oven up to 425 degrees. They are a special metal encased in plastic, Tupperware plastic, which this is actually two roasts. Look at that. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, awesome. They are one of a couple Tupperware products that have metal encased in the Tupperware. Our our smart multi cooker also has metal encased in Tupperware plastic, but that's formulated for the microwave. Okay, so to my beautiful pork roast, I am going to slice up using my Tupperware chef knife. It's my go-to knife. Comes with a safety sleeve. This beautiful Vidalia onion. One of the things about roasting, especially low roasting, is you want some great aromatics. Bring out some vintage Tupperware for my garbage to bowl. Anybody recognize this guy? Wow, it needs to be washed. There's my grandmother's. It's a vintage canister set, which you can't get anymore, because of course they're vintage. But the One Touch have beautifully taken their place. I absolutely love my One Touch canisters. This will be going into the compost pile. Has some interesting layers on it. I'm not going to do any special chop. I'm going to slice it because, like I said, it's aromatics. You want to put a lot of aromatics into a roast. It imparts flavor and just yumminess. So ours are going to be onions and garlic. What are you guys doing today? It's an absolutely somewhat beautiful day here. No, the sun's not out. I live on the Oregon coast, and as my oldest daughter likes to put it, we have bipolar weather. I do have to say, our area is rejoicing at the moment. We had a horrific incident happen in our city over the last few days, to the point where my company went on lockdown and then evacuated. Uh-oh. Hang Hang on a second. I got an instant. Okay. Just had a hairbrushing incident. Girls with long hair, we have our pains. Okay. Anyways, finish getting these. It's a root piece that I don't want in there. Lovely Vidalia onions. I'm putting it all around the roast. They're going to impart moisture. Oh, you don't really want to spray the pan. It doesn't need to be sprayed. I have sprayed it in the past because I was doing bread in it once, and it just gave me a sense of security to put some spray in it, but you don't have to. Okay, next, garlic. Put a good amount in because we're a garlic loving family. There we go. Also, yes, I have a metal knife in my hand, but you never, ever, 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 ever want to put metal in this pan. If you damage the coating, it's useless. Alright, spices. Let's see here. We got onion in there, but let's put some onion powder. And a good amount. I'm going to be shredding this and putting barbecue sauce in later, so any flavor I can impart into the meat now, I want to do it while it's cooking. And then, I need to refill this. And then the barbecue sauce will do its own thing. But I'm doing onion powder, pepper, good amount of it. I need to refill it. Garlic powder. So we love garlic. And then I'm going to put in some chili flakes. I can open it. There we go. My hands are a little. Maybe about a teaspoon of chili flakes. And I think some salt. These are our counterscape containers. I have, sorry about that, my dishwasher's going. Everything seasoning in this one. I have some crystallized ginger in this one. I need to refill my salt, but I love these containers because we primarily use kosher salt in our house, and that comes in a big box, and you always need to have some type of a salt cellar for it. I don't like using it from the box. Plus, the box doesn't keep it the moisture out of it. So, anyways, as you can see, this is a quarter teaspoon that is actually attached. You can attach it into the lid that you always have something to scoop it out with. Alright, and these are our small spice shakers, which unfortunately are unavailable at the moment, but if you ever see them come out in a sale, I highly advise you to purchase them because they are really great for your most uncommonly used spices, like for example I have star anise and apple pie spice. Those are things that I don't buy on a large scale. In fact, I need to get a few more because I have other spices that I would like to put in them. However, and then bay leaves are this one. The large ones, the color currently is only black. You can only get black seals. But you get the ones in the color right now are the large spice shakers. And I keep things that I would use for the most part in them, like the onion powder and the garlic powder, the minced onion, minced garlic, and this one is pepper, which I use quite a bit of also, and I buy in a larger container. So also bulk spices work really well in those. Okay, so normally at this point I would put a beer in here and let it go, but I don't have a beer. I'm out of it. It's like, what a crisis, right? Because, I'm out of beer. I usually have some in stock because I cook with it primarily. I don't drink it a lot. But I love to cook with it. So in lieu of beer, I think, about a little bit of a sweet red. A little bit of sweet red wine. That would look, it's primarily paired with beef, but I'll put a little bit of sweet red wine in there. That was about 1/4 cup. You're winging it with me today. And then the ballet over here. My daughter's studio is over there, and he has it temporarily set up and it's blocking some of the stuff. Anyways, we're gonna have some chicken stock. We want a little extra moisture in there. I want it to get nice, and it's gonna cook for a long time. So that was about a cup of chicken broth. Alright, so I have the oven warming up to 350 degrees. I am going to put the lid on. One of the things before I do that I want to let you know is, like, with the Ultra Pro series, all of the pans, the 2-quart, the I think it's a 4-quart, and then the lasagna pan, the lids can be used to tandem bake. So if you had something in the bottom that wasn't quite as high as this, because like I said, this is a lasagna pan, you can add something up here like cornbread and tandem bake. It's pretty cool. So now this is going to go into the oven, and I'm going to leave it in here for about, I want to say 4 hours. We're going to have it in here for 4 hours. I'm going to take the kids to the park and spend some time with Daddy, and then we'll come back and I will finish dinner.